Carolyn Dube here. What's the play for today? Well, today it's all about the idea that anything can make art. That it's not about having something that you're supposed to use or the right thing to use or what you should use. It's about what you have on hand or whatever calls to you. So I've made this piece here and I'm in love with it. It has all the colors that I love and there's an amount of texture on it. You just want to run your hands all over it. Every time I walk past this, I just want to touch it. I love things that have that. So what did I use to make these? What very fancy tool or supply, what exclusive kind of thing was used? Well, it wasn't anything exclusive. It was something that you can get from a drugstore. What I'm using here are cosmetic sponges. Yep, plain old bargain, buy them in bulk, cheap cosmetic sponges. I like the triangular or wedge-shaped ones because when I'm stenciling with them, what I do is I don't clean them. So I use a color on it, and once I'm done with it, I let it dry. Once it's dry, then I just cut the bottom off of it, and magically, the sponge is completely clean and ready for the next color. But what I found when I cut those off is there was just some wonderful color to these, and I couldn't let them go. So I've been saving these. Every time I'm done playing and that cosmetic sponge dries out, I cut off the bottom and I throw it in this bag. I sped up the camera here because the process is exactly the same for every one of these sponges. Put down some kind of glue, I'm using gel medium here, and then put a cosmetic sponge on there and just repeat over and over again until the whole thing is filled in. By using something that was a leftover from my other play, that means it's going to have colors on it that I already love, because these are the colors that I've loved using. Anything that you have can be used to make art. It doesn't have to be a supply that came from an art store. It can come from a drugstore or a hardware store or anywhere in between. Anything that you've got, you can use to make art. Because really, are there big rules about this? I don't think so. So take a look around you right now. What do you have nearby that you can use to make art? And if you think, wow, there's nothing around me, I say go for a walk. Just walk outside. You might find something that blows across your path that would make a great thing to create with. And about this point in the play, I realized that the front or the top of it was going to be great, but the sides were pretty imperfect because you could see the sides of the cosmetic sponges. They weren't completely colored in, and I just couldn't decide which color I wanted to do them in. I'd done the board that I'm working on in white, and I thought, well, do I want to paint the cosmetic sponges? Do I want to give it that finished and complete edge? And then it struck me, no, I actually don't. I want to leave it with that raw cosmetic edge to it so that you get one look on the front and you see what it's made out of when you look at it from the side. I really like that idea, so I decided to stick with it and leave the edges nice and raw. Well, here's what it looks like from the front, but from the side when you walk up to it, it looks like this. So you get all that wonderful variation, that imperfectness on the side. I love that, where you get to kind of see where this came from. So I'm leaving the sides nice and raw like this. Well, thanks so much for joining me for today's play. If you've been having fun with this video, I'd so appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. That way you'll know as soon as I have a new one out. And if you'd like more play, if you'd like more fun, check out my free workshop called Permission to Play over on my website at acolorfuljourney.com. Thanks so much for letting me be a part of your colorful journey.